Dun dun dun! Welcome back to another Arctic Rescue update. I know it's been so long since you've seen one of these. Yeah, not really, but look at this track. They haven't really been doing much of support work, mainly because they can't really do that much support work at all. But as you can see here, they have got a lot of stuff up. In fact, yes, I was correct. In the last update that I actually never ended up uploading, right there, I was predicting that that part right there, going up into that straight section, was a mid-course brake run. Lo and behold, from the looks of things, that is in fact a mid-course brake run. So that is wonderful to see. That curve that I'm pretty sure you saw in the last update, has been put in place. They now have that going around. They only need, from the looks of things, probably two pieces to close that up and then have that part of the layout fully completed. Then after that, I don't think there's really that much more to be done with this layout. Like, I can see that they do have the first and second launches in. They have the majority of the tire drives in. That's done. That hill's done. That hill right there is done. And, oh, what do I spot here with my little eye? I spot the start of the ride. That first hill right there, that is the start of the ride. So the three tallest points of this ride are now officially up. Also, I can now officially say, I know where I'm going to be getting testing footage from, right here. Look at these wonderful shots of it testing. Once again, this is where I'm getting these shots from. I'm really not trying to keep this secretive, even though I really should be, because this is keeping my views intact. But, you know, come over here if you want some really good shots from below the ground, from here on the ground. But, sorry about the sun. It's being quite annoying, but yeah, you can see right over there at the bottom of that first little hill section, a straight section that, for the looks of things, is coming from what either is an already installed first launch or what is the start of a first launch. And right over there, if you can really follow my camera, you can see goes through a small curve and then up into another straight section that is the brake run. So for the looks of things, all they have left with this layout is literally just these pieces right over here, and then it's just the first launch, and they will literally be done with track work. Like, what? Like, they built this thing faster than SeaWorld Orlando built freaking, what was it? Pipeline. They built this faster than they built Pipeline. Like, I thought this would take so much longer than Pipeline because there's so much more stuff here than Pipeline, but nope. This thing is already almost done. Like, I guess that does make sense because this is very close to the ground, so it's very easy to put things up, but like, good lord, they put this thing up faster than they did with Manta, if I remember correctly. So like, yeah, this is absolutely wonderful to see right here. Really trying to look here, but I think I'm gonna circle it in post-editing, I hope. That line right there, that is a piece of track from what I can see in real life. That is definitely blue, not white or gray. So yeah, sorry. Camera off. That is a piece of track right there, and that is going into the station for the looks of things. So yeah, they may actually already have the brake run done. So for the looks of things, all that's left, those pieces of track over there, which they do in fact have laid out right over there, as you can see, and then they will be pretty much toast with this layout. See right there, a very good look. Some tire drives that are in the launches. I'm pretty sure that's the third launch over there. That is plastic wrapping is in, and I'm assuming that means that they have completed the tire drive work for that launch, and they pretty much just want that to keep that from the weather conditions. And then yeah, right over there, if I'm not mistaken, those are the last pieces of track for the gravity controlled segment. After that, it is literally just up to the first launch to be done. Wow, this is actually going very well. Now, if you're wondering when I'm going to get that elusive shot from the top of Emperor with my GoPro, that is going to be... From the look, I thought Emperor would be like Electric Eel, Journey to Atlantis, and Manta with rain, or at least with rain at this park, where they just close the second even a drop of rain comes down. I know that's over-exaggerating, but this park is surprisingly sensitive when it comes to rain. But no, even though it literally just poured a few days ago, Emperor is doing fine, unlike Manta, which, if I remember correctly, is closed right now, but I don't actually know how to confirm that. That electrical shed it looked like they were building. Oh yeah, I just realized it's pretty windy. I probably should have mentioned that a little bit ago, but yeah, it is pretty windy, so, you know, if I did accidentally cut out in a few clips, I may either voice over those, or you just have to decipher what I'm saying, but whatever I'm saying mainly just relates to what's being shown on camera, so you should be pretty much fine. But yeah. One thing I do want to mention though, have a few supports left. Focus, camera, focus. Come on, you can do it. There you go. They do still have some supports left to put in. I don't know what those are for, but I'm assuming because they're over here, it's somewhere in here, which I do not understand really. But yeah, it's somewhere in here that those supports are meant to go to. Very good shot of that curve right over there. I do really want to compliment the color of this track. At first, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, it's another blue coaster track at a park that is genuinely full of blue coaster track, where to the point where they only have one coaster here that isn't blue, and that's Tidal Twister, which is purple, and people can't even decide on whether or not that's a coaster. So if you don't consider Tidal Twister a coaster, then this park only has blue coasters. Journey to Atlantis used to have, well, actually no, its buildings were blue, but its buildings were beige, but its tracks were always blue, so never mind. This park has always had entirely blue coasters. But then again, I don't know what else they would really color this thing, because, you know, Sea, Arctic, it's always usually blue or white, but, you know, Emperor and Electric Eel and Journey to Atlantis, the California Coastal Commission kind of screwed them over there, so they can't really do much about those. So, you know, this park kind of has to be all blue, and that's kind of the fault of the Coastal Commission, because they think that having a coaster be painted blue just suddenly makes it invisible to the sky, even though very obviously you can see that coaster right there. So, you know, doesn't really make much sense, does it? But yeah. Anyway, back to Arctic Rescue. Looking pretty nice. I'm still trying to find where the frick those supports are. I think I may have just found them. Did I just find them? I don't know. I may have just found the supports. Like, there's like a lone footer right in the middle there. It does not have a support connected to it. I don't think, but I may be mistaken because there may be a support going to it. I don't know. Maybe that weirdly angled one, whatever. It's something. One thing I do want to mention with those, okay, Emperor. Wow. Okay, those riders having some fun on Emperor. But one thing I want to mention is these supports right here are all flat. They are not angled in the slightest. So I think those are brake run and or launch one support. So probably those are somewhere over here, somewhere over there. They just have them over here for some unknown weird reason that has to do with construction, I guess. Also, one thing I want to mention, what is with like these things on the bottom of the supports? If someone could in the comments could tell me what is with these red and orange things at the bottom of the supports, or red and yellow things at the bottom of the supports, that would be very helpful, because like what do these do? And also I know about the freaking, also wait, hold on, before I move on with that, the trench, there's just a trench going along the entire side of the ride. It's probably for electrical or something, but like that trench has just been getting bigger and it is growing. It's probably for like some wiring or something, but it's going along the side of the ride, which I don't quite get, because usually you'd make it go through the middle. So fingers crossed, beaming, but knowing my luck, probably isn't. I do hope that electrical building over there, considering its shape and how it isn't just a cube like Emperor's was, I hope they at least try to theme it by making it like look like some sort of Arctic structure, but knowing my luck, it probably isn't. It's just gonna be a metal box, because that's just what SeaWorld's devolved to. It's devolved to Six Flags ocean themed. Whatever. There's some Arctic rescue stuff. I'm really trying to emphasize this part right here, this section right over here. Camera, do your thing, please, and show the people what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. This section right over here is the part that I really want to focus on, because as you can see, there's a straight section right there. That is almost certainly coming from the first launch, because it's coming right from the building. And then let me find the brake run right here. This section right here, going right up and into a straight section. That is the brake run, and that I'm pretty sure is just waiting to get either magnetic or friction brake fins, whatever Wave Breaker has. And another thing I want to bring up that I don't really know what's going on with it is the maintenance shed, but I may have just spotted it. Is that the wait, what? Hold on a second. New views of Arctic Rescue. Basically, I just went further to the right. And yeah, even though it's blocked by a bunch of this, it is some more shots of different parts of the ride. These are gonna be pretty cool. This is what it takes to make these updates. Running from one side of the construction site to the other, just so I can see if a maintenance shed has popped up yet. This is what I do for my YouTube channel. Wonderful. What I'm talking about is this building over here with the blue roof that is quite long. I think that may be the start of the maintenance shed. It's not only is it around the same length that the maintenance shed looked like it would be, but it also looks like it has a fresh concrete front that is waiting to be painted. So maybe we have the maintenance shed already here. I mean, like, that electrical shed over here is already nearing completion. So why not the maintenance shed? That also means that because the maintenance shed is enclosed, unlike Emperor. We will not be able to tell when the trains are on site or not. The same thing goes for, we will not be able to tell when testing looks like it's about to start. So my first video of this thing testing, if I even get one in the first place, may be a bit late. But if I start noticing some signs that they're starting to test, I will start visiting as frequently as I can. Just that way I can maybe get a hint at catching the first day of testing. I'm praying that it's on a weekend or a break or something, but knowing my luck, it's not gonna be, and it's gonna be on a weekday, and I'm not gonna be able to visit the park because they're probably gonna test it around when I get out of school, which by school, if you couldn't tell, is like a 10-minute, 20-minute drive away from here. So that's gonna be kind of hard. So, you know, I may have some trouble catching this thing testing, but hey, you know, as long as I get some shots for y'all, I think that'll be good. Wow, this update is just the gift that, hold on, changing shots, because I just realized how bad the shot was. As I was saying, this update is just the gift that keeps on giving, because if I'm not mistaken, what I spot over there are catwalks. Maybe those are for launches, I don't know, but yeah, those are catwalks, I'm pretty sure, alongside the tracks. It looks like we may start seeing catwalks pop up here. Probably, I'm pretty sure catwalks aren't on the launches, but probably on the brake run. This is why there aren't that many of them. So, you know, not that many catwalks, but whatever. Also, time to address an elephant in the room that I haven't been addressing in the past few updates. What are they going to do with the rest of this dirt? Because if I'm pretty sure they filled in the majority of this area, and I'm going to tell you right now, that is not enough dirt to fill in. That is not enough. That is way too much dirt to fill in just these small little holes that they have. So, whatever they're going to do here with that dirt, it's gonna be pretty big, because that, I don't know what they're gonna do with all that. Anyway, ooh, wow, this is a pretty shot. That is going to be it for this Arctic Rescue update. And this one was pretty much a long one because I realized that I haven't uploaded an update in a pretty long time, or a reasonably long time, so I decided, hey, I should probably upload this one, why not? So, that seems like it will be about it for this Arctic Rescue update, and, goodbye. Before I end off this update, I just want to point out this frickin' dirt. It is the slippiest mud I've ever seen in my life. Like, good lord. This is genuinely like, this is like a slip and slide right here. Wow. Very slippy mud over here by Arctic Rescue. Anyway, that's the end of the update. I hope you're happy. Goodbye.